Here we have a problem on quadratic equation. Okay, let's go to the question. If P and Q are the roots of the quadratic equation x square positive x positive 1 equals to 0, then what is the value of P cube positive Q cube? Okay, here we have a quadratic equation x square positive 2x positive 1 equals to 0. And this quadratic equation is in standard form, that is ax square positive bx positive c equals to 0. That is, we have everything on one side of the equation and the other side of the equation is 0. Okay, so usually we have two roots for a quadratic equation. Those two roots are given over here, P and Q. So now if I know the values of the two roots of P and Q, I can plug in over here in this expression and I can get the value of this expression, P to the third power positive Q to the third power. So for that we have to solve this quadratic equation and get the two roots. Okay, I don't think this quadratic equation can be solved by factoring. So I have to go with quadratic formula. When I go with quadratic formula, I may have a chance to get irrational roots. In that case, it's a bit complicated to get the value of P to the third power and Q to the third power. So what can we do? For that, we can consider the sum of the roots and product of the roots of this quadratic equation. Okay, so already we know that the two roots of this quadratic equation are P and Q. Sum of the roots means we have to add the two roots P and Q. There is a formula to get sum of the two roots of a quadratic equation without solving the quadratic equation properly. What's the formula? That is negative B over A. Usually we use this formula for a quadratic equation, ax square positive bx positive c equals to 0. So B means we have to take the coefficient of x divided by A, coefficient of x square, and product of the roots means C over A. That is, we have to consider the constant term and it has to be divided by the coefficient of x square. Okay, so negative B. In our quadratic equation, what is the coefficient of x? That is 2. That is negative 2 divided by the coefficient of x square here is just 1. We can write 1 over here. Then we get negative 2 over 1 is just negative 2. Now let me get the product of the two roots P and Q. That is P times Q equals to C over A. C means a constant term. That is 1 divided by the coefficient of x square is A, 1, which is equal to 1. Okay, now I have the values for P positive Q and PQ, negative 2 and 1. Okay, now let me consider the algebraic identity, that is A positive B, the whole cube. That is a cube of a binomial. Its expansion is A cube positive B cube positive 3AB times A positive B. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve for A cube positive B cube in this identity. For that, we have to subtract 3AB times A positive B from both sides. In that case, I'm getting A cube positive B cube equals to A positive B the whole cube negative 3AB times A positive B. So when I subtract this stuff from both sides, then it will be subtracted from this A positive B the whole cube. So that's the result for A cube positive B cube. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the A by P and B by Q in this equation. Let me write over here. So when I replace A by P and B by Q, I am getting P cube positive Q cube. And the right side also have to do the same changes. That is for A, we have to write P, and for B, we have to write Q. P positive Q the whole to the third power, negative 3 times PQ times P positive Q. Okay, now I have done this expression P positive, PQ positive Q cube in terms of P positive Q and PQ, so that I'll be able to use the values I got for P positive Q and PQ. Okay, now let me write PQ positive Q cube equals to, for this P positive Q, already we got the value that is negative 2. We can plug in negative 2 for this P positive Q, then I'm getting negative 2 raised to the power of 3. Negative 3 times for this P times Q, we got the value 1. We can plug in 1 for this one. Again, now for this P positive Q, we can plug in negative 2. Let me do the simplification. P positive Q, P cube positive Q cube equals to, when I evaluate the negative 2 to the third power, it will be negative 8. And when I multiply this negative and negative, I'm getting positive. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. When I combine negative 8 and positive 6, I'm getting negative 2. Okay, now I got the value of this P cube positive Q cube. Its values are negative 2. We find negative 2 in answer choice B. The correct answer choice for this question is B.